I don't know where they're living. I don't get it.
I think there's one in my attic.
This is possible. Are you? Where are the Ohioans? Cheers.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to episode 67 of the Whiskey and Whitetails podcast. We're recording right now, and this is released on, I messed that up, March 4th. April 4th.
April 4th.
Man, you want to start that over?
No.
All right, cool. Let's keep
it.
So we are here with
For Lariat, we'll cut that out, and then we forget to cut it out.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. What are we drinking today? A little Stellum,
Yeah.
single barrel bourbon. We have no real agenda today. We're just shooting from the hip.
Straight BSing today.
It's been a crazy busy week. It has been for me. I know it has been for you.
Yeah.
You've been all over the place.
We haven't had time to get anything done.
We haven't done
We're prepared.
Yeah, we didn't really prepare anything crazy, which is fine. That's what we do.
We had a couple hours to kill on this evening, and so we're here doing it.
Yeah. So welcome. Thanks for joining us for our
67th episode.
67th episode. More than that, if you count the stuff that we've done just for Patreon or the Seaweed Spotlights, we're cranking right along here.
Yeah, 67 podcast specific
episodes.
Yeah, we got a lot of feedback on the last one. People liked it.
The last one?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
I don't remember. I just know that this past few days it's been a lot of. Anyway, so if you want to follow along on a Patreon and get in there and talk to us, we would love to have you. And you also get some cool rewards. And I sent out some rewards today, actually, for people. And then on the 1st, we sent out a bunch of rewards for some people. And then a couple people getting their shirts this month. Yeah.
It's like a reward.
It's like a reward. And that's what these names are scrolling above us. These are all of our executive producers of the Whiskey and Whitetail Show. And we're happy to have them. And the Discord group, you don't even have to be an executive producer. You can join at any tier.
Right.
Above $3 gets you the Discord. So I think $5.
Let me tell you what. The Discord is worth $5 by itself.
Yeah.
The BSing, the jokes,
and you get options to do stuff that we normally don't do. We have a want to buy section. We have stuff in there that if you're looking for a bottle, we have several people in there that can find you, especially if you need anything from Utah.
Right. We have folks sprinkled all over the country so people can get a hold of things that you may not be able to get where you're at. And we, help each other, help a brother out or sister, whoever wants to join.
Yeah, we got female patrons, but they're not in the Discord. I don't know why. They probably, we know what goes on in there.
Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day, if a female finally joined, she'd have to have pretty thick skin because I think it's kind of a rough. Sometimes it's rough.
We have female patrons; they're just not in there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If they were going to be active on the Discord.
Yeah, and we'd have to tell everybody to chill out. Not really. Yeah. I mean, subscribe at your own risk.
Correct.
Yeah, especially if you're listening to this and you don't have any friends to talk to all day. Because they'd be popping. I hadn't even had a chance to check it today, but today my phone's been going like crazy.
Yeah, about 2 o'clock, it started dinging and making a bunch of noise. And
we'll be in there later. We got some exciting stuff today. Today's our, hey, you're welcome.
Shot.
Today's our, it's like it wasn't the knife.
Yeah, no kidding. As you were watching, I was like, he's going to cut himself on camera.
One day I will.
We've talked about it. We've talked about it.
You'll get to see that.
That'll happen.
Yeah, so this was sent to as part of that package Kyle sent us.
Nice.
Patron. Monster Whitetails, good guy. So this was a store pick for Trailin' Liquors.
Do we have a different Stellum that we've opened before?
Yeah, it was a blue one. We didn't like it. And then we got a green cast strength that we liked. So the last Stellum blue one we did not like. But this is a single barrel. So
Right.
116.8 proofs, cast strength, straight bourbon whiskey.
It is a store pick. It's not just a store thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Trail-In Liquors.
Cool.
Are selected by Triangle and Trail-In Liquors. So, poppy to pop.
Hurry up. You need to get a little sound to play. Something. Yeah. Something.
That sound?
Yeah.
That's the one you want to go with?
Something like that.
I think we know somebody that does that already.
Do we?
Yeah, the Bullshit and Booze podcast.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, when they pop lids.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, they make a little sexy noise.
I've only listened to a few. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, they're friends. They're good people. We're gonna do.
Yeah, we got to figure something out.
Well, we have it figured out. We just got to. I think we got to pick a date.
Oh, okay.
And that'll be probably Patreon only.
I do remember that they
one of them ham.
Yeah, one of them opened a beer on an episode, and
Yeah.
they made that noise, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I do remember now. Sorry, guys. We won't do that.
They messaged us today. I guess you said something on an episode they found quite funny.
Who, me?
Wasn't me.
Oh, what was it? I'll have to go look.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to give an update on the Wintersmiths Ice Maker.
Oh yeah, had that. I saw how it worked.
Bro. So if you need an ice maker without even us making the video, go get this one. It's a beast. It's like, it works exactly correct. The only thing was it could have been operator error. I don't think so because of the way it's made. But the square ones, whenever you pop them out, they're perfectly square on all sides but one. So that's 5 sides. Yep. And then one side, but I just kind of like hit it with I have the back end of a kitchen knife. And I just kind of hit it and it chipped it right off. Yeah. So I threw them in a plastic bag and then I made the circle ones and they came out
perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, and they're clear as day. You like
really
lick it and spin it, which can I put water on it. And then it's super clear. So I did another run of the square ones just see if I did it weird or wrong, or if there's a better. And then I'm going to do a filling, and I'll probably film the current batch. I'll film that, and then I'll film a refill. And after that, I'll give it to you, and you can play with it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to. I just want to make a bunch and fill up like a big bag in the freezer or something for it. I don't know if that'll ruin the coloration of it at all.
I don't think so. I'll have 4 runs in one bag, which is nice. Like, there's a lot. Those balls, I think it did.
Yeah, well, we counted. It was like
8.
6. I think it was 8 or whatever. But yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot. I have a lot of ice, so I'll be able to, good. With 4 runs, it'll last me forever because I don't. Let's give this a smell.
Yeah,
it smells like the one that I had before, but maybe a little more calmer. And I don't think we had a problem with no, we didn't like the nose last time.
I can't remember. We drank so much.
It made it to our worst whiskeys of 2021. It did, yeah.
It did.
Taste cast strength. Kind of mute. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not. I don't think I'm a Stellum's bourbon fan. I like their rye a good amount. I like this less than I like the other stuff from Indiana.
It's on the nose. It's underwhelming. Yeah, for me. I'm also still dealing with the whole sinus thing, so take that for what it's worth. But it's really hot up front, which you can expect, I guess, from that. But also, we've drank some that are much hotter, and they don't drink that hot up front.
Yeah.
But then it just sort of mutes afterwards. Like it's really hot right in the front of my palate, and it just kind of disappears.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot there.
Not a lot there.
Maybe something good for some cocktails or something.
It's probably too hot for cocktails. I don't know. I think I'm going to stay away from selling bourbons.
Well,
the rye, I really like the rye.
Yeah.
But I've also been moving more towards ryes, as we've mentioned 1,000 times.
So you say you're moving more towards ryes?
Yeah.
I was drinking the rye that was sent to us, the High West double rye and the Oloroso finish. That was really delicious.
I'll have to try that one next.
It is real good. Did you do the cognac one or the aquavit finish?
I did the cognac.
Nice.
Cognac. Tonight we're going to Our Kitchen.
Our Kitchen.
Which actually stands for Rutledge Kitchen. They shorten it to R. They have a downtown Charleston location. They have a West Ashley location. And you may be able to verify for me. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and say it for me. If you come to Charleston, plan way ahead of time and get a reservation there. It is the best restaurant in Charleston.
I haven't been yet. So
best restaurant in Charleston.
I can confirm later.
I think that you'll see what I mean. Not because it's fancy or has a cool outside or any of that. Like the one we're going to in West Ashley is literally a house.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it.
They graveled over the backyard, and you park in the backyard. You come in the back door. You sit at a bar, like imagine a bar at my house, but like a full
right.
And then you just sit at this bar, and they prepare food, and all they ask is, "Do you have any food allergies?" So you have no idea what you're going to eat.
Yeah,
but for the price, I think it's between $60 and $70 a person, but. So they don't have a license, so we can't bring liquor. I asked if I could bring whiskey, and they were like, no, silly goose, but you can bring beer and wine. And I didn't feel like being like, well, for us to bring whiskey, it's kind of a thing. We kind of bring whiskey places.
Right.
But I didn't say that. But when you get there, they give you 2 bottles of wine, and they go, there's more on the shelf. So you can drink like bottle after bottle after bottle of wine. You can bring your own beer. They usually have beer there that someone didn't finish and just left.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a 5-course meal. So we're taking the Seawee folks, John Powell, which is the executive. He's not CEO, executive. Can't remember the title.
Yeah, they have different titles because it's a nonprofit, right, or organization. I don't know how that works.
Exactly how they're structured. But he has a title, and he's the guy that got us in there. And then we're bringing the Livingstons because they had a part in that, and then his wife gave us a bunch of whiskey for the event.
Right.
And then the neighbor is coming because he worked the booth for us. I invited other people to work the booth, but they don't really live here, so they could come. So, so there's 10 of us.
Right. We're
going to dinner tonight. We're a 5-course meal and several bottles of wine.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a good time. And I am also looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I think the wife stressing about what to wear as usual. So I was like, I don't know.
Well, last time we dressed up as Smidge, and then when we got there, everybody was like...
I looked up pictures, and some people were in like polos. I saw T-shirts. I think it's just all over the place.
It's not a fancy...
Given the company, I'm not just going to slum it. So I'll
well, I'm going to do jeans and my ostrich quill, the black ones, and I'm probably going to do a black button-up and a sports coat. That's the plan.
Yeah. New boots.
No, same ones.
The
ones we bought on the way to Colorado.
Yeah, I know. It's a joke from...
I don't know the joke.
Reno 911.
I'll put it in here and I'll watch it when
the clip where he's talking about his new boots.
I think I've seen Reno 911 once.
No, I haven't seen it a lot. It's like the only clip I know.
Wait, what? I'm just goofing. New boot goofing. Oh.
Did we have the... Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Did we have the conversation about the change my mind guy?
We talked about it, but I don't know if it was on here.
Did you know who it was?
The meme. Yeah, I know who he is.
I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, well, so I didn't for a while, and then it clicked one day, and then I forgot about it, and you brought it up, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
I was looking at something, and he had a recommended video. It's Louder with Crowder is his name, but he had a recommended video on the whatever the topic was I was looking up, and it said change my mind. I was like, oh, he ganked it, and then as I'm looking at it, I was like,
it's just a younger him.
And I looked it up, and I was like, oh wow, that's actually him. I didn't know that was him.
The fat studies thing, like I finally looked it up.
Unbelievably fun.
I did not realize what you were explaining to me, that he dressed up and as a different persona and presented a legitimate paper to a panel of like PhD researchers, and they were like taking him very serious. It was
he's actually
wild.
peer reviewed now. His paper was peer reviewed, so he's a peer reviewed author on something he made up.
Welcome to America's education system, folks. Where
you can just what's that game where the points don't matter?
Whose line is it? Whose line is it anyway?
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway? The show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. Yeah.
So this weekend at Charleston, this is a Charleston episode, is the Cooper River Bridge Run.
Oh, that's right. Historically, that's when we met Ryan Kirby. It was the weekend we met Ryan Kirby.
Yeah,
because he historically came and met those guys to hunt that weekend.
So April 2nd is the Cooper River Bridge Run, and we were working the market that Saturday, which is that April 2nd.
Gross.
Yep. So we're going to have a money-wise good night, but...
Oh, man. I have to leave at like 3 o'clock just to get down there and find a place to park and everything.
And a lot of it's going to be... Well, that should be... They open it back up pretty quick. I think the race is over like 9 a.m.
I have never been down there. Like oh,
really?
Not for the bridge run.
Oh, it's fun.
I avoid it like the plague.
It's fun, dude. It's a lot of fun because it's a bunch of like...
Your idea of fun and mine are a little different sometimes.
Yeah. But I mean, if you were going to pick a time to go downtown and it's filled with insert a type of person.
Yeah.
Cooper River Bridge Run. Why am I having a hard time with that? Cooper River Bridge Run, people. I mean, think about it. They're like athletes, runners, like throw down. So it's a bunch of...
They like to drink, that's for sure, especially after that.
So like 10 a.m. down there is kicking.
It's a big party afterwards. Yeah.
Huge party. Gotcha. And everybody goes to eat. My beard keeps grabbing his microphone. Everybody keeps going to eat and...
Just imagine, and just like
they get hammered real quick.
Spreads open and just swallows your...
Now it's ruined. Yeah. Ruined. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. The Cooper River Bridge Run. I'm going to quit saying it.
The CRBR.
The CRBR is a good time.
Cool. Well, that'll be fun. Hopefully we have a great night Speaking of the market, if you're local to Charleston and you might be interested in a little jobby job.
Yep, 9 to 5.
We're on the list and working what we got to do to get into the day market, which is a completely different monster, and we will have to hire someone.
And it's a lot harder to get into than you think. Yeah. You can't just go to the day market. You have to be approved through the night market. You have to work the night market for a year.
Pretty much.
Once you work the night market, they can move you into tents during the day market.
Right.
And then after that, they put you in the bottom of the list, and then you have to pay rent monthly for these spaces, whether you use them or not.
Correct.
And then if you don't use them, they kick your ace out.
Right. Yeah, it's competitive. And he says tents, there's spaces in between some of the buildings, and they put pop-up tents out, and they're
crappy.
You have to hang out, and it's hotter. You have to hustle. You got to earn your spot. And people who have made their way into the main part of the day market have gone through this grind.
Yeah.
Either, recently in recent years, or they've been there for some of them decades.
Yeah.
Anyways, to make a long story short, we are working that process, and I think we'll do well. We seem to be liked by the management, if you will, and we seem to do well. I think we have a unique thing to offer. The trick is going to be finding someone to work, though.
Yeah, I put in with College of Charleston for internship, and they sent me the link for the thing.
Okay.
And so I haven't done it yet. I just got it like yesterday, I think. I've had a crazy week. But so the email back was basically like, that's a perfect fit because it's they can walk there if they're in the dorm.
They need to, yeah.
And he said that they do paid and unpaid internships, which this will be a paid position. We're not going to aim with commission.
No, we're interested in paid, and especially if it's someone that's in some sort of marketing or sales or business, this would be an opportunity to get some sales experience, and we'd be happy to sit and talk and answer questions about how business works and things that we're doing as a small business to grow. And I think anybody looking to get into business could benefit from talking to a small business, not just us, but.
And I think that they're getting more than you would get from an average internship. Like this is a multifaceted business, and we have a ton of events that we would love to take them with us and run these other events, and you'd be part of like the family, if you will. Yeah,
and if depending on how things go, you may have an opportunity to take on and help with some of the other parts of the business, which would be valuable as well. And we're still working on how we're going to do compensation and pay and all that kind of stuff, but it will be competitive. It will be fair.
Yeah.
And I think it will make it worth your while. So
it'd be fair. We talked around at what,
I liked
we're new to this. We don't know what people, but we've spent the time researching in that market to see what people are paid, and
a lot of them are like flat rate based, or
I think we're going to do a combination.
That's what I was going to say. Some of them do
because they do the day price, but what if they have to leave in a half a day? And then I'm thinking hourly plus commission might be
a combination of the two. Do a standard base rate to a certain point, and once you reach that point,
could do it like car sales.
Yeah, I've never done car sales. So I don't know anything about that. But
I don't remember exactly what it was, but you got paid flat this amount, and then if you reach this number of sales, you got commission based off the entire amount.
Right.
But you didn't get that flat rate.
Gotcha.
If you got commission.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll figure something out. It'll make it worth everybody's while, especially, if they're a college student.
College student for sure. Well, it would be a great job for a college student.
I agree.
To just in transparency, it'd probably be a tough job for someone our age to make.
Yeah, depends on the situation, I guess. But
we're expecting hustle.
Yeah,
because there's no point in being there if we're not
making money.
Yeah,
for sure.
Same for whoever ends up being hired.
Yeah,
and it'll be 1099, so we're not going to have health insurance or anything.
Yep, sorry.
And we can't come help you because we both have day jobs.
Correct.
So, self-starter. That's what we need.
We need a motivated self-starter. If you fit that bill.
Or if you know someone that fits that bill. Summer's coming up.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get in by then.
Yeah.
Before then, there's no telling, I guess.
Yeah,
she didn't really give us a timeline, so.
No. She was just kind of like, you're at the bottom of the list.
She's like, there's a list and you're at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I mean, but as soon as it starts warming up, dude, people bail. Like right now, the market is packed at night, but come August.
Well, I just drove down there to drop that paperwork off, and
thumping.
It was slammed, dude.
Yeah.
Slammed. It's going to be that time of year where cruise ships are rolling in and all that other stuff.
That's right, because last year there were no cruise ships.
Yeah, there weren't very many because of the COVID stuff going on. But this year, I think they're back, and
Didn't think about that.
Yeah. I don't know what maybe peep the schedule and maybe pick our days based on that.
Yeah.
Might be something to try out.
Yeah. I think most of them leave on Saturdays, though. No, they leave on Mondays.
So is Charleston a port of call? They come in and out of here, or is this a stop for
Port of call? Because I have
something?
friends that come down here and stay the night with me.
Why would they stop in the United States? Everyone's leaving to go
I don't know.
to the Bahamas, right? That's what most people do out here.
I mean, if I got on a cruise and they stopped in Charleston, I'd be like, all right, can we go?
I'm just going to stay on the boat. And
Yeah. You'd have way more fun. If you're on a cruise, you'd have way more fun on the boat.
I've tried to convince Jessica to go. She has
I can't do it.
zero desire to be on a ship.
I can't do it. I got really sick the first time I went on one. My parents took me on a Christian cruise.
How's that? Praise the Lord.
It was, no alcohol, Christian comedians, Christian music. And I don't know if you've ever seen alt comics, but they're typically not funny.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and you had to pay for the soda pass, and they weren't going to do that.
The soda pass?
Yeah, water, fruits and vegetables, and meat during dinner time. Tons of fun. I did have my first taste of tequila, though. We landed in Mexico, and I was sick. Super sick. And as soon as we got off the boat, there's a tequila cart there. And my parents were like, they don't drink. Well, they do now, but they didn't used to.
Yeah.
And they were like, we've heard that alcohol clear you up, So I had a shot of tequila in Mexico.
You had to act like it didn't bother you?
I think I've, this chassis. But I was fine after that.
Really?
Yeah, it took a couple hours, but like the next day I woke up and I was
interesting,
good to go. Ratatouille was playing, so I watched Ratatouille on repeat for
I do remember the
days.
The shitty TV that's in the little, what do they call the rooms? Like the
states?
The state room.
It's coach room.
Whatever they called. Yeah. I just remember it being tiny, and there's like one channel would show you. There was one channel I remember.
One channel, can't change it.
Well, no, there was more.
Mine had one.
Well, okay,
so it was Ratatouille.
So there was one channel, and you couldn't change what was playing on it. And it was like a few movies that rotated, and I didn't realize until like later in the week. And I went on this cruise with my dad right after I graduated from ECU. You hit next, and it basically shows your like running total of your bill for your room.
Oh no!
Oh yeah! And I hit next, and I was like, oh, back. Because here's the thing, like. If you've never been on a cruise ship, you're packed on there with people. And it can be pretty anxiety inducing. And my anxiety was not that bad then, but it's still like, it was rough. So the way you fix that is you just drink.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're having a good time. Well, that involves going to the bar, getting drinks, which you just give them your room card, and they just charge to the room. And oh my, did that add up quick.
I had a friend that was on a cruise last week, and he sent me a picture of the bar, and it was like all they had was Blanton's, Buffalo Trace, and Eagle Rare. He's like, that's all they have. And I was like, well, I guess you're stuck drinking it. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, this is like VIP. And I didn't respond.
Yeah, well, I remember wanting to use the internet, and it was like
there was no internet when I went.
$3 a minute to use their internet cafe. Yeah, it was wild.
There was no internet when I went. I was young. I was 16 maybe.
Oh, okay.
No, I had to be older than that. I don't know. I was young though.
It was a good time. I had a good time. I don't know if I'd do it again. It's a lot of money. And with the recent, like in the past few years, the people that have like the weird sicknesses that have ended up spreading on ships, and they've had to like keep everyone quarantined. This is before COVID. And then that one that wrecked in like somewhere off of Italy, like hit some rocks and was like stuck. Had to rescue people off this giant cruise ship.
As long as it didn't sink, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would do the Viking cruises, like the ones through the River Thames or whatever.
Yeah, so there's one that they do. It's in Ireland that does that, and it goes like through a whole river that goes. That looks pretty cool.
Is the English Channel disgusting?
I mean, it's a huge industrial port.
I just envision it like gross, just like bottles and styrofoam cups everywhere.
I don't know if it's that bad. I don't remember. I've been on it a few times because when I lived there and we did school trips, you would we took buses.
It goes to France, right?
It goes to France, yeah. So I took 2 different trips in which we went on it, and you basically get on this the vehicle drives under this big ferry and parks, and you get out. And it's kind of like a miniature cruise because it takes you a few hours to get across.
Oh, really?
So there's like a McDonald's up there.
I thought there was a
restaurant,
bridge or a.
There's a channel.
A channel?
Yeah, it's an underground thing, but we didn't do that.
I wonder how long that takes.
I have no idea.
Can you imagine coming home from France and after work one day, and then there's a car accident in the tunnel, and you're
just stuck inside for forever.
for like 14 hours. It takes them 9 hours to get from there to there.
Yeah, I want to say the tunnel is by train though.
Oh,
I could be wrong. Correct us in the comments.
yeah, let us
I
know.
don't give a shit.
I haven't been to England in a long time.
But yeah, anyways.
We're at a how did it say it?
Quarter?
We're at 1/4 of the hour. It was 1/4 of a dollar. I read something today.
Oh, okay.
It's like 1/4 of a dollar. No one's ever said that.
It sounds really weird.
But so
Should we do a plug or
yeah,
a
I
plug?
want to hear it. You said I'll be excited.
It's time for the pod of the week.
This week's, as you know, our plugs are generally brought to you by things that inspire us or that we experience or find interesting. This week's is brought to you by the wonderful traffic in the town that we live in. And I would like to plug Knob Creek, Arkansas.
Knob Creek, Arkansas. Okay.
So Knob Creek, Arkansas is known for their Home Fest, which takes place during Mother's Day weekend. And they are in need of people. They only have a population of 2,897 people.
Wow.
And their economy could use an influx of individuals that like to spend money and
Charlestonians.
move to new places.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that it is within 50 miles of the exact distance from Columbus, Ohio to here as it is from Columbus, Ohio to there. So my plug and my encouragement is for folks from Ohio considering moving to Charleston. Check out Knob Creek, Arkansas.
Knob Creek, Arkansas.
It is exactly 666 miles between the two.
Wow.
And I think you'll find it riveting. You're about
So it's the Devil's Highway.
yeah, you're not far from Little Rock, Arkansas, which is bigger than Charleston.
What if they want the ocean? Is there a lake there?
There's a lake north. I looked that up. There is a lake northwest of there, not too far. There's plenty of options. You've got the mountains in Arkansas. I would say it's better than Charleston.
So how many Ohio places did you see today?
All of them. Every
what I
single
figured.
fucking one of them, man.
That's what I figured. I figured you saw
Every
a lot.
person. I had one pull in front of me and then slam on their brakes for
That's
no
they,
reason.
They do that. That's just how people from Ohio
It's
drive.
like, a new lane. Better
Yep.
slow down so I can check it out.
They get on the interstate and they go straight to the left lane, and they're like, 50 seems like a good speed over here. I do not like we talk shit about Ohio here and there.
And,
But it really is founded in an aggravation that is only here. I just don't
want to
get
be
it.
fair. We know people that are from Ohio
Yeah.
that are here, and they're great people. We like them just
They're
fine. but
already here.
They're,
You can stay if you're here.
there's a lot that have been here longer than I have.
Yeah.
Cool. But man, your grandfather didn't. But we're
It's gotta
closed
stop,
to folks,
dude.
man.
It has got to stop. I don't know where they're going. I don't know where they're living. I don't get it.
I think there's one in my attic.
This are you? Where are the Ohioans? You're sheltering Ohioans below your floor, aren't you?
Oh, I'm trying to think of another quote from the Inglorious Bastards when he's. Anyways,
Yeah.
so that was my plug. It's 666
Sounds
miles.
like a cool spot.
Yeah, just under
I'll
3,000.
I'll flip through some photos here of this so people can see it.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure
If
it
not,
is.
they can make it beautiful. They seem to make wherever they go, whatever they want anyways.
That's fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
And with a lower population, if you get there in enough numbers, you can vote your local politics to make it whatever you want.
Yep. And you can wear your Buckeyes hats and nobody will care.
Yeah, and if enough of you move there, just like Mount Pleasant, they'll just start carrying Ohio State Buckeye stuff in the local Walmart, and you'll feel
isn't
just like home.
That's a very important point that we need to make here. It sounds like we're being dramatic. If you go to our local Walmart, they sell Ohio shit, not South Carolina stuff.
Yeah, there's
Clemson stuff here and there, but there is a section full of Buckeyes.
it's hit or miss, but there are some spots I've seen where they have a whole section for just Ohio because the population is so high.
They murder our flag. They take the South Carolina flag and they put the Ohio symbol on it.
Yeah, with the little moon, and then make it
we
their
see
own.
license plates that say OH to CHS or whatever, and it's like there's stickers. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I saw one the other day, and it was.
Do you think because there's so many
sticker
people
said-
here, everyone from Ohio knows someone that lives here, and they
I don't
move
know,
down here?
man. I have no idea. I don't know.
I mean, it could have been any state. We're not picking.
When I lived
Ohio.
in North Carolina,
I mean, we are.
when I lived in North Carolina, there was a little town north of us called Sanford, and had a huge Mexican population.
Yeah.
And I found out later by talking to someone that like there are towns.
You showed me this.
There are towns that are
Yeah.
known for being close to large rural agricultural and farming communities that are like advertised.
Yeah, you told me that they
in
had them,
Mexico
like,
as places like if you're going to go
in
to
their
America,
travel, yeah.
if you're going to go to America and look to kind of start over,
check this place.
these are some places to check out. And Sanford
get a
is on
job.
that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's nuts.
So maybe there's something like that up in Ohio, somewhere in Ohio. Like, hey, looking to get out
I know there's a lot of people leaving here, like in droves.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a long list, but we're on.
I'm on that list for
Yeah.
facts. Yeah. I hate that I don't want to leave, but
No,
it's
there's-
starting to become almost unbearable. There's certain times of the day, and I don't mean for those of you that we have traffic at 5 o'clock too. No. From 2:30 to about 6:30, you can't go anywhere.
No, and God forbid something happened like happened on the way here. There's a vehicle
When you said
fire.
you were going downtown at 2:15 and then coming back here, I was like, good luck. Dude, I leave work around 3, 4 every day, and as soon as I get on 26
You know how I got here in a decent amount of time?
backs,
I drove like I was from Ohio.
yeah,
Cut people off, slammed the brakes, and
yeah,
drove real fast.
that works. Drove real fast.
Real fast.
I want to go fast, Daddy. That's not what he said. So I'm
Man.
doing this High West double right Oloroso.
No, you already switched it up on me.
Scott, right? That's who sent it.
Yeah,
to you?
Scott did. Yep,
that's
yep,
what
yep.
I thought. I was pretty sure.
What is this one? Is this
That's
the?
Brian Turkey's Wild Turkey.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna drink
Brian
that.
Turkey's Wild
Brian
Turkey.
Turkey. Brian Powers.
I will say something though. I was speaking to, this is the only fun fact on this episode. I was speaking to a guy that specializes in dusties.
Okay.
And I was telling him about this 76, and I haven't told Brian this yet.
The
either,
guy I
so
know?
he can
Or
hear it now.
different
Guy you know.
Okay.
And he was saying that when wild turkey takes on a medicinal flavor like that means it's going or is bad.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't know, because it's not medicinal like peated scotch. It's just, it had some iodine to it.
Yeah.
And Brian said the bottle was full. So
Maybe it's
think-
just a different bottle. Or maybe
that's what I'm thinking. I think this is just a one-off
a unique
kind of
bottle.
deal. Yeah.
Or maybe it was just at the very beginning of that process.
I mean, I drank
Because
the whole thing.
it wasn't overbearing at all. It
No,
was
it's
just
just
a slight
there
note, but
is
it
a
wasn't
taste.
like a
It
that's
still tastes like what old turkey.
yeah.
But yeah, I drank my whole bottle. I enjoyed it. I like it. I don't normally like the iodine stuff, but it was more Band-Aid than iodine. Right?
Yeah, but not in a medicinal sense. Like it makes me think of plastic Band-Aids. The plasticness of it, not the medicinal like iodine part of it. If that makes
This
sense.
is really good. The Oloroso does something weird.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? I like it a lot. I had some before you got here.
Dude, yeah, I am down with that. Ooh, I am down with the Oloroso.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about saunas for a second.
Okay.
So you know that I like them.
I do.
Sorry, I keep touching my beard. This thing it's like a magnet, like it's beard hair in the microphone. The sauna, I've always liked them. And then I've always hated them because they are disgusting. So what people don't realize about saunas is they're from Finland, and they were very kind of picky about it. And you're supposed to, just common courtesy, you're supposed to be naked, but you're supposed to shower first, then get in the sauna. That way your clean body is in there sweating. That being said, I grew up in the saunas of the military, which means you go work out and you're disgusting, and then you get in the sauna and do your final sweat out, and then take a shower and go to work.
Yeah.
Which is how I still do it, and that's how everyone I see do it. Brother-in-law bought a sauna.
Saw that.
He bought a infrared, which I've never done an infrared sauna, but it makes me feel like it's more of a low temperature oven. You know?
I don't know. To try it out.
I'd have tried out. I like, because I think infrared doesn't give you the heat, right? I enjoy
it certainly
feeling
can.
the heat.
I don't know how it works. I don't know the mechanics of it.
I also feel like, and I'm sure it doesn't, but I feel like if you're blasting yourself with infrared, you're going to get cancer.
Maybe.
I mean, never mind. But so the one in there is a heating element, and then has the one that I use at my gym, heating element, and then it has the stones on top. The
Right.
stones are made for pouring water over.
to provide steam. To
Right.
the sauna, right.
But no one does it. So they just collect with skin dust and grossness. And so I asked the front desk, I was like, it has the stones on it. Can I pour water on it? He was like, absolutely not. It's like, okay. I'm just glad I asked. He's like, have you been pouring water on it? Because someone's been, I was like, no. I asked because it really bumps up the temperature. It adds a lot of steam and it gets hot. And I don't have water in there. I mean, we're going to pee on it or spit. And so
Bring water in there.
well, I want a sauna where I can pour water on it. But
Buy one.
I usually do 30 minutes. What's the point of this conversation?
Yeah.
I do 30 minutes in the sauna. Today, I ran for like 45 minutes. And by run, I mean way slower than I used to run. I just ran to run. And I was watching a movie that's kind of like that game. Squid Games. Squid Game.
Oh, Squid Game, okay.
It's like that where they have escape rooms and they go to an escape room and then she's like stuck in there and then people die or whatever. So it starts with the last 20 minutes. So I watched the last 20 minutes of this movie and I ended up taking my headphones out because I was like, it's a pretty good movie. I don't know what it's called, but I was watching it running, the movie ended crazy and all this was fantastic. Then the movie started over. So I got to watch the beginning of it. And I was really in tune. So I ran longer than I thought, got a little heated up. So I jumped to the sauna. I'm a 30-minute guy. And I was like, I'm going to do 40 today. Sat down, I said 45. I got to 41. And I was like, we're done. And as soon as I stood up, my body did something it's never done before. That's why I texted you this morning. I was like, weird. But as soon as I opened the door and the regular air hit me, my body was like, you should sit down for a second. So I walked over to the sink and just splashed water in my face in the sink and was like mini hyperventilating. I thought I killed myself.
Interesting.
41 minutes.
That sounds fun.
What? I mean, who would have thought 11? You do 30 minutes. Who would have thought 11 more minutes would be?
I don't know, man. Heat exhaustion's funny. The tipping point between just being hot and not having heat exhaustion and having heat exhaustion it's a pretty thin line.
Yeah. Well, my face was red for a couple of hours, which is not normal.
Yeah, that is definitely heat exhaustion.
So I Googled it, and it was like saunas release like some oils in your skin, and it brings blood to the surface of your skin, and it allows you to look younger longer.
Oh, so maybe you look younger.
So I think I'm going to have a burnt red face for the rest of my life because I got to keep up this young, boyish complexion. You know what I mean?
It's very important to you.
It's very important. You know me and my dating game.
Right. You're very vain.
What was I almost said Jewish. By the way, that video.
Yeah, you like that? I didn't know where it was going. I was like, what is this?
I didn't either. I was like, what is he showing me?
What is it?
And then I didn't respond because I was like, because my questions were, where is that? And then I figured it's probably New York.
It's got to be. Yeah.
Got to be New York.
It's got to be.
And then
it's the only place I can think that.
What did your brain do after that? My brain, because nobody is. We're not going to tell you either. My brain after that was like, it's okay.
Yeah,
Where are the Buckeyes? Okay.
Oh man.
All right. So group therapy, we have group therapy every first Thursday.
Yeah.
So this time we are not going to forget group therapy with Patreon. It will be
What time's that start usually?
April 7th is first Thursday.
Okay, April 7th.
I'm going to put that in the calendar. First Thursday. I'm going to put it in there all day. So I know, we're not going to do it all day. And then I'm going to text Discord. April 7th is first Thursday. And for those that aren't aware, first Thursday, we do a group hangout session, smoke cigars, drink, talk, and I'm sure somebody will tell us what time that'll be. I said April 7th is first Thursday. Let me know. Let me know what time. All right. So another awesome thing about Patreon is you can get in there and hang out with us we're in there all the time. But first Thursday, we get together and drink some stuff. And usually, the past 2 months, we've sent out samples. I don't think we will this month, but.
And sometimes we just randomly get together. We did that the other night after the market. We were all up. A bunch of us were up late. I say a bunch of us. There were 4 of us that were up late, and we were just like,
Yeah.
Let's hang out. And it turned out, I didn't realize, but, Kyle was doing a...
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Never mind.
What were you doing, Kyle? He's doing something? Oh, he had Lance from Working Man Bow Hunter and Butch.
Could not remember what he was
Butch
doing.
in town.
Yeah.
And they, I guess Butch passed out early, and Lance and whoever was with him, probably the Rusted Oak guy, they got up and went to the bar.
That's right. That's what blew my mind. It was
Well, they're like
almost
3
midnight.
hours behind us, I think.
No, they're the same time as us. I remember we had that conversation that night.
Are they?
Yeah, because we thought they were an hour or two behind us, or you did.
What
But they're not.
What are time zones? Are we all in the same time zone then?
Yes. Except for...
Utah is not on the same time zone.
Is that his nickname now? We're just going to call him Utah? Like from...
Utah, give me 2.
Right calf. Scott, he's got a lot of names.
No, from... what's the movie with Keanu Reeves and the surfer movie? Point Break.
I don't think
Hey,
I've seen
Utah!
that.
He could,
I've
his
seen
partner, the crazy guy with blonde hair. He calls him Utah. Oh my! You
What is
haven't
that movie
seen Point
about?
Break?
What is that movie about?
Keanu Reeves is a young FBI agent, and he infiltrates these bank robbers, and they wear the American president mask when they rob banks, and they skydive.
I haven't
And
seen that.
you're kidding me.
I haven't seen that. I
Dude.
saw the movie where the chicks have like a pink BMW and they're wearing like masks. Like
No,
that,
dude,
And then
that's-
they peel the pink off and then they're
We have to beep that out.
4122.
I'm gonna take a picture of it too, because I'll leave this damn thing here. Dude, I'm gonna have to look it up and show you the poster so that you can. I can't believe you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it tonight.
Point Break. Tonight is that important?
Yes, it is that important.
I have never in my
What?
life seen that. I have no idea
Oh
what
my
that
god,
is.
it's a great movie.
It looks like two.
That's one. That's
it looks
one.
like two of these
That's up there with.
hanging out on the surfboard.
Yeah, right. It's up there with like Die Hard and some of the other like action
No,
movies.
get
Yeah,
out
dude,
of-
absolutely.
It's up there with Die Hard.
Sure.
You're fucking high.
No, there's no way, man. It's a great movie.
Okay, I'm gonna ask.
He has to infiltrate, and he gets it mixed up with
Which
this.
movie's better, Die Hard or Point Break?
Ooh, that Die Hard.
We do.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna put a poll on Instagram. I'm just
Okay.
gonna say, is the movie Point Break good?
Yes,
Is the
that's
movie
fine.
Point Break good?
It is a good movie. I like it. And if someone else doesn't like it, they can suck it. I don't care.
Jeez. Podcast talks. Hashtag. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know that I want to make it tonight, but I will watch it
Good.
just for you. Is there other movies that I'm not aware of like that?
I'm sure there's tons. Nothing comes to mind right now, though.
It's been a while since I've done that.
Good for you.
Yeah. So what you're going to go home and then
Yeah. So,
collect the wife?
yeah. Hashtag dad life. I'm going to go home. I'm going to round up my oldest, pick up another scout, bring them to scouts,
Jeez.
come home, get dressed, grab my wife, and go. Then my sister, I think, is going to bring them home while my mom watches the kids.
You know, it's like almost 5:30.
Well, it's almost 5. Scouts is
Oh,
at 6:30.
I looked at it wrong.
We'll be fine. And if I'm not there in time, Jessica can take them. We're good.
She's not coming?
She is coming.
She may come separate.
No. She'll take them to scouts and come back to the house, and then we'll leave together.
Okay. She DD?
Don't you worry.
Is she
we will be there.
DDing?
We
DDD?
haven't figured that out. We'll figure it out.
She'll DD.
It'll be fine.
If I ask Andy to DD, she'll be like, "Are you serious?" Even though I always DD,
I don't intend
but
to-
I do the other DD.
Jesus. I don't intend to like get drunk.
No, we can't. We have important people there.
And
But I'm gonna have at
work
least
tomorrow.
a bottle of wine.
yeah, sure.
Okay. Rand fact.
Random fact of the week.
In America, the bird that is in season right now is called the turkey.
Okay.
Do you know what Turks call the turkey?
Turks, as in people.
As in people from the country Turkey. Do you know what they call turkeys?
turkeys.
They call them Hindis, which means Indian.
No, you don't. You're making
Yes,
this
swear to
up.
God.
You're making this up.
I'm not making it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I guess because we
Why do we call them turkeys?
I don't know. But I think they were like, well, that's fucked up. Why would you call that after us? We're Turkey. So we're going to call them Indians then.
What do the Indians call them?
Are there still Indians?
People
I think the
people
Indians
from India.
Indians call them Turkey. Maybe that's no. They mean Indian like American Indian.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know. I didn't go that far. But the turkey is from America. So
Yes.
yeah. So Indians would call them Indians would call them turkeys, I guess.
Okay.
But I think it upset the Turks that they named a bird after the turkey.
I gotcha. Interesting.
This is a really good random fact. It's a half truth random fact.
This is very.
Tell me what I did wrong and put it in the comments. But I'm pretty.
This is a fact with an asterisk next to it.
Yeah. This is what they call them though. I verified it on 4 different things.
Okay.
And Snopes said it can't be verified. Which they say that about a lot. So
They say that about everything.
did you see? Is COVID political? No, it's a virus. We're going to speak specifically to the COVID virus.
Okay.
Did you see the CDC, the Center for Disease
Control.
Control?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say creation, but control works. They don't get yanked. They finally came out and said, so this whole time that with their numbers that they've been using, they have been saying, these are the numbers minus we pulled an age group out that would confuse people. So we've left it out. So they finally, under court order, had to tell you the age group. Have I told you this yet?
No, I don't know anything about this.
So they finally came out and said all the COVID numbers that we've said up until this point did not include this one age group. Can you guess that age group?
Well, let's before I answer that, didn't include in what way?
All of the numbers they released did not include this one age group.
So when you say the numbers, meaning the numbers of people who did or didn't get it, like both?
Sick, dying, death, got it, then died, didn't get it, vaccine.
Okay, so all of those.
The vaccine numbers,
Okay.
vaccinated who didn't get
I don't know.
it.
Probably the people who are least likely to have issues.
Which would be?
Our age group.
So give me a number.
18 to 45.
49,
18 to 49?
which is like all of the ages.
It was 18 though?
18 to 49.
They left that group out.
all of it.
They only counted the really susceptible and young.
Under 18
and the
and over 49,
lying with statistics.
which we have been saying since episode 30.
I don't know.
30.
A while ago.
30.
And I will repeat here who has that book on their like top 5 recommended books to read is Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Lying with statistics. And if you can do your own research into how ingrained he is with all this stuff, but man, that is wild.
It's crazy. It's crazy. They also came out with
that skews the numbers.
that age group is. I heard this from someone else. So if someone heard this somewhere else, I don't remember who I heard it from. But that is the same age group, 18 to 49, that the Nielsen groups to make money. Nielsen group uses to make money. That is the most important age group for the Nielsen group, 18 to 49. They exclude everything outside of that. That's how ratings are created.
Unreal.
Again,
Unreal.
which is also lying with statistics. Just
It's all the same. You just pick when
they're all doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it. And just
absolutely.
because people don't do independent research or don't have the time to do it or whatever your excuse is, or you just believe.
Do you remember the Batman with George Clooney and
Yes.
and the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jim Carrey as the Riddler, and the thing that was on the TVs that like was on top of people's TV boxes, and it was like there was like
Oh,
a
yeah,
satellite, and it was like
Just
mind controlling everybody.
Yeah.
That's what our TVs are like with mainstream media.
It's what our news is like for sure. Yeah. So they also released a lot of stuff's been released in the past since our last episode.
Well, now that there's a huge distraction going on
Yeah, no one's
internationally,
looking.
no one's paying attention.
So they released the vaccine, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I would recommend going to look and pick a. You don't have to look at them all, but pick a disorder and then check it out. The main one was the myocarditis. If you look at that one, just go read, because they've released now how many people were killed within 24 hours of taking it with myocarditis, and how many people have long lasting, and they even have in there the sports people, like athletes.
Yeah, there's been a ton
that die within 24 hours.
There have been, here's the thing, like minor reports, people were trying to put out reports of that stuff, and it was getting squashed and pushed away. Meanwhile, like peak elite athletes, soccer players in Europe were just high school players just collapsing and dying.
Yep.
And then I saw a few weeks ago where there was this sudden like urge, or it was a sudden effort, it seemed, to normalize and just say, hey, this is a thing now.
Well, I don't want to go too far down this road, because it's...
Just let me finish this part, and then we're done.
I gotcha.
And it was a bunch of news articles that seemed to come out around the same day, and it was about, young people, there's an uptick in strokes and heart issues with young people, and here's why, and this is a new thing, and as if it was normal. And it was like everyone was just pretending that we didn't just spend 2 years pushing. Anyways,
the reason I bring this up is because someone close to me is having serious health issues.
Oh, no.
Someone very close to me is having serious health issues. And there's no other explanation. This person has the same issues that are in that list of issues, has almost all of them. And this person is starting to have mental breakdowns based on just stress and anxiety, just freaking out. And this person is a successful business owner, smart person, college graduate, all the things. And this person is losing their mind. But yeah, it's the only reason I bring it up, because it's, does it affect you until it affects you was my thing.
Right. Yeah.
But no, we will continue to not be political or religious on here.
There's nothing political about that.
That was not a political conversation. That was just
all we did was state
these are the numbers given to us,
things that have happened, and things
people
that
get
were
pulled
in the
for
news.
that all the time. So
yeah, that is unfortunate.
But I really don't care. It's worth saying. All right. I think we both have a lot going on. Is there anything new that we need to bring up or discuss?
No, I don't think so.
Excuse me.
Nothing that we couldn't touch base on next week if we forgot.
Yep.
The Seaweed spotlight for this week.
Oh yeah, the Seaweed spotlight for this week is Mr. Rick Counts.
Rick Counts
From the National Deer Alliance Association.
National Deer Association.
Which used to be QDMA. And this is if you like deer stuff, it's pretty fascinating conversation as well. And if you didn't, I'm gonna tell you this: of all the Seaweed spotlights we've done, the number one that's been reached out to me so far was the one we released last week with the Coast Guard. Even my wife was like, that was extremely fascinating.
It was very fascinating.
So if you haven't listened, not to say that none of the guests were not interesting. We had a great time talking to everybody. We're very thankful for everybody that came on. But as an outdoorsman so far, that podcast or that episode is very intriguing.
I think it was surprising.
It's surprising. Right? You're going to learn a lot.
You see U.S. Coast Guard and you think you know what that is, and you think you know what they do, but they are involved, as they say, as he says in the podcast, they're a multi-faceted or multi-function agency.
Yeah.
And they do some things that I had absolutely no idea where it was in their wheelhouse. And they talk a lot. He talks a lot about it, and it's very interesting. So,
yep. And I tried to find him. I don't have his card. So
I looked him up.
Oh, did you?
Did you know last year, the end of last year, he was awarded the Law Enforcement Officer of the Year by a big organization here in the Southeast for all the work that he's done in federal and in the federal space. I don't want to give it away because it's a very interesting topic, but he talks about what he does in that federal space and all the things that he's done. He was awarded like the Law Enforcement Officer of the Year or something. Yeah.
Wow.
You can just Google his name and it's like the first thing that came up.
Captain Bruce.
Captain Bruce. Yep.
United States Coast Guard, Charleston Events. He's done 20 years though, so he's been Lieutenant Bruce. Sorry, I always get. He's a captain in the Army, but in the Coast Guard, it's a lieutenant.
Is your brain like do an automatic like?
Yeah,
cross like
it goes straight
this equals
to
this,
O.
that equals this.
It goes. Yep. It's a. I have Navy and Army. I have Navy, Coast Guard, Army, Air Force, Marine Corps. I have theirs in my head, and then I know when he says lieutenant, I was like, oh, I guess 04, and he's like, yeah, or 02 or whatever. It's an 04, and then I go captain, and then I link his name to captain.
Gotcha. I see.
Only for the 04, but then I remember that it's a lieutenant.
Right.
Because for them, they're captains. Like when I was in the Army, we had a captain, which is an 04-3.
Is captain?
It's a 04.
The bronze or the black?
It's the 2.
That's the 2. The 2. Yeah. Okay.
That.
Yeah.
So we had a captain, and he would call. We had Navy sailors that worked for us, and he would call and be like, "This is Captain so and so," blah blah blah, and would say whatever. And they thought, because in the Navy, that's the highest you can go as captain.
Right. Yeah. Captain's high.
So they were like, "Oh," he was just an 04, but they used to call him a phone captain. And I always thought that was funny. Because like in the Navy, if you were a lieutenant, which is a captain, if Lieutenant Bruce were to call the Army and be like, "This is Lieutenant so-and-so," we'd be like, nah. Because we didn't salute lieutenants. Like, nobody cared about lieutenants. It was like, that's the
Is it a step above a butter bar?
A butter bar is a lieutenant.
Is a lieutenant, okay.
01, 02. And
Gotcha,
then 01's a butter bar, 02 is a second lieutenant. No, 01's a second lieutenant. Damn.
Been out a while?
Been out a while. It's lieutenant second. Maybe it's an 03. Let me go ahead and, before I get nasty, y'all even chill. Let me just go ahead and do Army ranks. I can't believe that I may be right. Army ranks officer. Images.
Chart.
Yeah, I was wrong this whole time. So 03 is a captain in the Army. So
and a captain is the leaf, right?
No, a captain is that double. So it's first lieutenant. Now I got myself figured out.
A major is
it's second lieutenant.
Okay.
First lieutenant. Then you put the two together, you're a captain. And then it's major is the bronze.
Right.
And then lieutenant colonel.
Okay.
And then colonel's the bird.
Got it.
So let's do Navy ranks. People should know this anyway. So Navy ranks, images, officers. All right. So 1 is an ensign. I knew that. Lieutenant. Okay. So interesting. So he's an LT. So he's an 03. So he would be a captain.
Okay.
I was right. I just had the numbers wrong. So 1 is an ensign. 2 is lieutenant junior grade. 3 is lieutenant.
Gotcha.
4 is lieutenant commander, which is the bronze. Then commander, then captain, and then rear admiral.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Glad we went down that road together.
Awesome.
Great.
Good
cool. Moon landing isn't real.
Earth's flat.
Earth is flat.
9/11 was an inside job. The magic
bullet theory is true.
Or it is true?
It's true.
It is true. You're right.
Nobody listens this far, so we can say whatever we want. I can tell because I can look at YouTube analytics.
Everybody dropped off when we started talking about.
I know. That's what I mean. They were like, it's 2 minutes left. They're going to keep talking about ranks. So we can say whatever we want right here. We didn't give the code.
We didn't give a code. So if you listen this long, you're extra.
The code is, where's the grandma one? Hacker grandma or something. What's the code? It's,
Oh, I don't remember.
You have a grandma one.
Oh, cyber grandma?
Yeah, they have the code cyber grandma.
Okay.
If you put cyber grandma, we're going to do a separate giveaway for listening this long. If you put cyber grandma, CYBER grandma, but do not just put the word. You got to use it in a conversation because then people will just
think it's weird.
They will just see it and then they'll
use it in a sentence.
Use it in a sentence separately. Like say something like, the cool thing about cybersecurity is grandmas can do it. Something like that.
Yeah.
You say that and whoever, we will do a separate giveaway for this episode just for those people. So your chances of winning go way up.
All the way up.
And we'll give you 10 days. 10 days from release. So that's March 4th? April 4th. So April 14th, we will do a giveaway. What was the next podcast? Hold on. April 14th will be a Thursday. So yeah, we'll do, on the podcast after, April 14th, we're going to pick the names.
Okay.
Cyber Grandma.
Cool.
April 14th. Great. Have a good day.
Adios.
Love.
Yes.
Love you.
Bye.